right, ladies and gentlemen of the 118 scale, 3.75 inch, 4-inch modern action figure community, I'm back again with another video. And in this video, we're going to be discussing none other than Mr. Albert M. Pine, also known in the G.I. Joe world as Alpine. Alpine was born in the flat Snake River section of Manitowoc, Idaho. This area is set in a valley surrounded by mountains. Alpine viewed this particular area as having too many obstacles and barriers. He would ultimately train as a mountain climber as a way of escaping. He would later join the Army and ultimately attend Ranger School at Fort Benning. Alpine is an E4. His MOS is Qualified Mountain Specialist. His secondary MOS is Accountant. He took on some of the most difficult and toughest jobs as a mountain climber in the Army. He would often have to climb mountains while being shot at by the enemy. So what you see before you here is Alpine released in the 50th anniversary line. His original release was in 1985, A Real American Hero, sorry. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at first his figure card, or file card, I'm sorry. So here we have customary of the 50th anniversary line. You would get two cards with double faces, and they would each represent some other language. So let's find the English version. Here he is. He's a mountain trooper. You can pause and read this if you would like. Awesome. So next, we're going to look at his figure stand. Customary with the 50th line, they paint the logo gold. Pretty cool. We'll go ahead and sit that right there. And next, we have his backpack here. Focus in on that. And it has these this clip here. And that's going to be for the next thing I'm going to show you, which is his mountaineering hook, or his, I guess that's what you would call it. I'll put the name here once I figure it out later. So it's got these two parts on it. One has this, I guess you can call it is this a grappling hook? I guess that's a grappling hook. And then you have this climbing axe, and it's joined or tethered by a small string here. So here, as you see, you can put his grappling hook into that little clip back there, and this part would peg in or clamp in to a holster on his pants here. Sorry, I dropped the camera for a second. I don't really like shooting videos using my hands. I like to use a tripod, but I am currently away. I'm in Charleston, South Carolina. Or is it? Okay, yeah, it's Charleston, I believe. So anyway, last but not least, here we have his rifle. Pretty plain Jane, nothing really crazy, nothing to write home about, but it is detailed well. Awesome. So this is what you're getting. He doesn't have too much equipment, but that is detailed well. See if we can focus in on that a little better. All right, there you go. Awesome. So now let's get a look at Alpine. First, let's do a quick 360. I don't know what that is for. That hole back there. Never really noticed it. Of course, that's for his backpack, but I never noticed that. All right, let's continue. He's got a little thigh pouch here. He's got what looks like shoulder pads. I mean, I think that would present quite a bit of issue while climbing, but I don't know. He's got his customary uh, eye protection on. He's got his hat. It does look like a ball cap. It doesn't look like a helmet or anything. And then he's got his rope draped across his chest. He's got a key ring. He's got some pouches on his web belt here. He's got what looks like a first aid pouch here. Very nice. I've always liked Alpine as a character. Him and his homeboy Bazooka cutting up and getting into all kind of trouble and stuff. It was a really fun duo back in the days. Awesome. Now, let's see if we can mount this here. So here is Alpine all geared up. As promised, he has his hook on his right leg, and on his backpack he has his grappling hook. He's holding his firearm, or assault rifle rather. I think he's a cool character, but there are some pros and cons to how he was put together. And really, the only one is a nitpick and one is a manufacturer's defect. First, we'll discuss the nitpick. I never really liked this boot and pants combination. It's been used in a few figures that we've seen come out of various G.I. Joe lines. I never really did like it, but it works for the character. Here is the manufacturer's defect. Look at this arm. It looks perfect, but then you see this. It's actually turned around the wrong way to where it actually covers his hand. So if you see the joint, his elbow joint, right here, it's perfect. But you see how this one comes down in front of his elbow joint. So other than that, he was done really well for what the original character was, and he looks almost identical to the original character. And that's one of the things I really like when they actually nail the modern character of the original. So with that being said, I think for this figure, I'm going to give him a C+, because he's done well. There are some defects. I don't really like the boot combination, so I'm going to give him a C+. He was done well. I think he is one that you would definitely want to have in your collection. And, you know, we're all customizers in this world, so maybe a couple things of customizing, and he'll be a perfect figure. But he does look good for what the original character was. So I'm sticking with that grade, and I think I'm going to end this one here. If you have any questions or comments, feel free, put them down below. I get to them at my earliest convenience. All right, until the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace.